Warriors dito. Parang hindi pa natin medyo gets if this
10 seconds
Marana,
remaining.
Monkey King, Vengeful Spirit, like these are very versatile heroes. No?
5
It's the Ogre
seconds
Magic.
remaining.
You could really argue it could be in the 5. But then there's also the Vengeful Spirit. So
Yun din.
no matter how they put it, it doesn't look as though completely real because it's not like hindi nila mashift yun. And Zeus last pick actually from Red
Okay.
April here. So it's alright. I think it's pretty alright. There's a lot of vision and of course magic damage, which is something that they completely need as well. It's like high armor, high HP heroes. We have like Ogre Magi, may Monkey King sila. And you know, that True Sight with Lightning Bolt, Thunder God's Wrath, completely necessary against a team fight with Moonlight Shadow on the opposing team. Diba?
Oh, yun din. Yun din actually yung gusto kong sabihin din, ano? Kasi pinik dito ng Signal Auto Warriors yung Monkey King para ma-penetrate yung backline, para matalalan mo yung Draw Ranger. At least may pangalawa ko na tuloy na parang target na kailangan na i-focus down, hindi lang Draw Ranger. May Zeus din pala. So, andun na I guess yung medyo sabihin natin for Signal Auto Warriors na kasi sa ngayon, nakikita ko lang talaga na pwede mag-dive sa backline, Monkey King eh. Wala siyang follow-up if ever. Although, may Vengeful Spirit na naman. Usually, medyo tanky para man din na type yung Vengeful Spirit. Lalo kapag offlane and si Van nga yung maglalaro nito, so expect natin yung mga medallion, pipe, diba yung mga garon, maybe even mech kung talagang trip na lang gawin din yun. Although, maybe, halberd, sa totoo lang, not too bad din naman, especially versus a Draw Ranger. But, ang kumpara din kasi lalaro dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors ng lane matchup dito is Luna mid versus Zeus. So, again, medyo weird na lane matchup. Sinabi rin naman natin to, James C, kahit ano naman yung kaya niyang laruin dito. A bit greedy, pwede natin sabihin din siguro for Signal Ultra Warriors. Pero pinik din kasi nila yung Luna tapos yung Monkey King in a sort of sense na kaya din kasi mag-mid dito ng James C na if ever na melee yung katapat niya, okay, pwede naman tayo mag-Monkey King. If ever naman na range, sige, Luna, not too bad. Yung Luna, kaya niya rin naman mag-farm lang din naman sa lane if ever lang din naman yun yung mangyayari din. So, very interesting. No cheese from BRE Pro, unfortunately. Medyo yun nga hinahanap ko din sa kanila, but we'll see. Again, no, nasa kung paano na naman magla-lane to eh. Yun naman talaga sa akin din.
But now we have Game 1 of BRE Pro versus Signal Ultra Warriors dito sa Nationals Season 2 for Dota 2. And for the side of BRE Pro, we're actually gonna go on with a little introduction for our players here. We have Kat on the Crystal Maiden, Jaina on the Zeus, Hezelia sa kanyang Slardar, Jill sa kanyang Draw Ranger, and Ligaya on the Tusk.
Dito naman sa side ng Signal Ultra Warriors, we have Abat sa kanyang Monkey King. Of course, Ares naman sa kanyang Mirana. We do have, of course, the Ogre Magi na ni Grims. James C naman sa kanyang Luna na mid. And last but not the least, we do have Van sa kanyang Vengeful Spirit in the offlane. So, interesting game. Again, isa sa mga hindi natin madalas makita in terms of kung paano nakalane yung mga heroes and ganyan. But, yeah, well, let's see no, kung BRE Pro nga magsasuffer pa rin sa kanilang laning stage. Kasi, again, yun yung time and time again na napapansin talaga natin. Pero, but susuntok nga lang dito muna ng onto ni Ligaya.
Yep. Taking a bit of a rest, pero hindi naman siguro siya magsusunod ng region dito. Another very valuable resource up against Tusk and Slardar sa top lane, no? So, I think teams are just taking note of how others might turn out. Wala naman sila ng mga funky lane swap coming from BRE Pro. Pero just to be sure, I think it's a vision here in terms of, okay. So, body rules are pretty even, 2 for 2 for both teams, and looks like it's going to be a very fair start. However, that might look to change soon. So now we're seeing Jaina, Jamesy sa middle lane. Luna and Zeus. Parang same yung lane mechanics nila, no? Because like you both want to clear waves, you both want to harass the opposing mid laner. I mean, like as any mid laner would. Pero Zeus has this weird issue where after he pushes a lane and doesn't kill you or only gets harassed on you, what about after lightning at warriors?
Right. Nice try. Yun din kasi medyo maganda kapag sa Monkey King, ano. Ano kasi siya kapag naka-mischief ka, pwede ka kasi mag-mischief and you can turn into kahit ano, diba? Hindi kasi siya tinitira ng mga towers, which is sa totoo lang medyo weird, but it is what it is. Wait, top lane, Abat, medyo delikado. Hezelia though, mas delikado.
Oh no, the body blocks coming from Grims here. We could be seeing our first blood. The bash is out. Abat needs to life steal a little bit more, but can he land the hit? Grims here might get a hit onto Hezelia, and Hezelia does drop down eventually. First blood from a Monkey King who wasn't even in lane at the start of the game. So now, pretty good start. And I'm talking about the Slardar. The parang teams know how to play against this already. No? Monkey King versus Slardar, it's it's not a pretty even lane eh. Kung isipin mo, as long as Slardar, or if Slardar does not get those 3 hits that's required for the next bash, he's on a back foot eh.
Yeah, totoo. Eh, lalo pa naman din kasi, di ba, medyo similar naman yung ginagawa din ng Monkey King. Meron naman siyang Jingo Mastery, which is, para sa akin yung mas masakit eh. Yung
Yeah.
Jingo Master kasi, bukod sa mas mataas yung damage, andun na naman syempre yung lifesteal na kaya magawa din dito ni Avatar. The Monkey King, but top lane, Ligaya, but unfortunate na, yun nga, inahabol-habol din siya. Minamamalan na ito ni Grim sa'yo.
Oh, the Orb of Venom doing its work along with the Ignite. Grabe. Just burning away the regen from this enemy pause for here. Bren, a little bit struggling siguro sa top lane nila dito.
Yun nga din yung nasa isip ko eh, di ba? Ito rin kasi makita natin mangyayari. Although Grim, delikado ng onte, sakit ng damage oh.
The tag team was there, but now Abat is also here. The Ice Shark's blocking them off. Grim's actually making it away due to the boundless strike, and I don't think they want to chase for it. But Ogre Magi is just too tanky. One tango regen, an Ove, and a few mangoes. Grabe yung armor pa rin eh.
Kaya nga yun din yung akala ko eh, di ba? Yung tri-lane na possible na pwedeng gawin dito ng Branipro. Kasi doon talaga lumalabas yung ano eh, yung lakas ng isang task, di ba? Although, yeah, may mga matchups na naman na 2v2 na okay din yung task. But the early kill, di ba? Siyempre, medyo binigyan mo na kasi ng onting lead eh. Yung kalaban mo kanina sa mipan ng top eh.
That's true. And every time na mag-e-engage din kayo sa Monkey King kasi you have to be wary of the amount of sustain na meron sa kanya with that Jingu Mastery. Now, about the strike that does get it onto his Zelia. Yun nga, di ba? Like, yung engagements like that as a Monkey King, lalo na pag Ogre yung kasama mo, there's a lot of sustain because you're going to be landing yung mga Jingu Mastery mo because of that Bloodlust, because of the Ignite, it's slowing people down, allows you to get free hits off.
Although so far, last hits in denies naman, not too bad for the Draw Ranger. Hindi pa naman siya dito na, I guess medyo nahihirapan na Ares din kasi sumabay sa damage. Siyempre, kahit sabihin natin wala naman yung vengeful dito sa side ng Draw Ranger. Masakit pa rin yung magic damage na kaya ma-output neta ni Draw Ranger. Same din with, of course, the Draw Ranger na, I mean, overall, malakas pa rin naman basta makapag-free hit na naman to. Partido, wala pang level 6 yan.
So actually, this is a very interesting lane because like it's two range heroes versus another 2 range heroes from the other side. Meanwhile, sa top naman, it's
Mili-mili versus
heroes.
mili-mili. No? Uy, di kaya nakita.
While waiting for the 4-minute power rune, so actually we might see him fall back into the mid lane now. He chooses to fall back further, but China is already there. Ligaya still getting chased down by Grims though. The hits. He shards himself. Will this actually work out for him though? There's still a mango on him. He can choose the tag team and hit to register the slow, but he's just gonna run away.
Buti na lang kamo itong task na to. Meron siyang windlays and boots pa. But for Jamesy, nakabote and well, there we go. Regeneration pa nga yung makakuha niya. Just swerte nga lang.
Yep. Pero makikita natin na actually Zeus not doing too bad in her lane. Jaina is securing a little bit more CS. Vandal Luna as of the moment. So Jamesy still not being able to go into the jungle. But now actually Jill getting gone on by Van. And Eris here, and Eris does secure that with a leap in. Another leap forward, trying to get onto Cat. Van, no stun yet. There is the frostbite. Is Nova going to come out soon? Just to finish off the kill onto Eris, but no. He decides to turn back. I mean, she decides to turn back as Cat doesn't want to trade her life for it. Meanwhile, top lane, Grims might be a little bit too cheeky here as he tries to go for the bounty, but look at the chain stun coming out from that Slithering Crush and the Bash of the Deep. Will go down eventually din dito. Actually, instead of Jamesy looking to farm his own side camp, si Jaina yung nagpo-push out ng lane dito with the Arc Lightning, and then si Jamesy yung napo-force na mag-pressure ng lane even more so forward.
Yun na rin na kasi talaga yung build na ginagawa sa Zeus, no? More on sa first skill oriented. Dati kasi syempre Lightning Bolt. Oy, pare na Lightning Bolt ako sa lane eh. Medyo mahirap talaga mag-farm. Ang sakit masyado. Pero ang ginagawa na kasi in recent times, diba? Actually si Topsa natin yung nagpa-uso na ito. Arc Lightning. Wait lang, bottom lane, ha?
Oh, but bottom lane, Cat actually is going to take a little bit of damage here, and by a little bit, I mean enough to actually get the last hit on her, and Cat goes down, and Aaron is still going on to Jill, but Jill feeling a little bit confident. She has boots, double wraith band, Tang goes right up, and she's probably going to survive until that next engagement. But meanwhile, top lane is not surviving until the next engagement. Here's the next engagement. Grims in a butt, try to go onto his Zelda.
Nice.
Does get saved up by a shard from Ligaya. They call it a chop here. Abat and Grims Just walk away, try to reset the lane. Meanwhile, Jamesy already has Eclipse, level 3 Moonbeams.
Oh.
I don't
Isolate
think
lang
they
yung
see
isa,
this
pwedeng
coming.
eclipse to.
I don't think they see this coming. They're trying to get both heroes away from the creep wave. And
Nako
Eclipse
po.
do they want to commit it? I don't think they do. I don't
Agay
think
na.
they need to actually. Grims is the one tanking the tower. So his core is just feeling completely healthy as they dive under. And Grims doesn't care. He's high armor. He's high HP regen. He's Ogre Magi. But meanwhile, bottom lane,
Oh,
Jill's Drow
tuloy-tuloy.
Ranger. He's
Uy!
going to go down. But oh, nice Frostbite prevents that last hit. The leap a little bit off the mark. Doesn't get the vision. Multi-shot does come out, but it's not enough. Everson Bank still hiding in the
Pas
trees.
natatipi,
Eris
pwede
is
to.
taking power damage.
Ayun.
Tries to cancel the aggro. Nice Wrath in coming from Jaina.
Patay din si Van.
TP in as well as Ligaya. Cat
Ganda.
does actually survive the engagement, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. You
Uy,
give up
uy,
your
uy,
Drow.
yung vengeful na. Uy,
Oh, the
patay ka
vengeful
sa-
illusion takes out Cat.
No.
I don't think he had
Sakit
enough
din
mana to
kasi.
frostbite it.
No.
And
Medyo
namamax din
malas.
kasi. I think that's the issue with yung mga carry or core position vengeful spirits natin, because that illusion is actually a lot like it hits a lot harder pag ano siya, pag may farm nga yung venge.
Oo, totoo. Lalo core pa, di ba? Hindi ito yung madalas natin makikita na support lang, pero arrow will hit.
The arrow lands perfectly. Ligaya not too happy. Jaina and Cat just try to make it away. Jamesy with these rotations actually knowing that the Zeus isn't in the mid lane, he's like, okay, I'm gonna follow it up. And meanwhile, top tier 1 for Brent Epro is already down, and Abat is just running down this lane actually with no other assistance from Brent Epro. Nice arcane boots pickup from Jamesy here, allows him to spam out these lucent beams a lot more.
Tsaka makita rin natin yung Agrims yung gusto niyong gawin. So maybe, wait lang.
Meanwhile,
Top lane, medyo
top lane, no boundless strike yet, but does take that extra point onto the tree dance. So he has that primal spring ready if he wants to come out of there. And I think he wants the boundless strike to get regen.
Oh my god,
Because
no way.
Jamesy is here, and do they actually want to commit the Eclipse as well?
Nakatindi
There's
pa.
still a few creeps around, but no, they don't need it. Azalea might actually drop down here, and the Lucent Beam does take him down. Abba is still surviving through all of this,
Grabe
actually.
yung micro.
And now Jamesy with that double damage, making it work. Jamesy and Grim's just tanking a few tower hits just because he can. He's Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Van gonna get a go on Cat. Because, oh no, the body blocks from the creeps. Vengeful Spirit here, just taking a solo kill onto Cat. Jill, just farming in front of Eris. He doesn't really care.
Oh, okay, hindi tama. Gusto niya sana patamaan sana sa center yun, but ngayon, pinakita niya na yung position niya. Ang dami ng mga heroes na naghahabol dito for Eris, but we'll be able to make it out for now.
Yun nga if wala dun si Eris, level 6 na sana yung Drow Ranger na, no? Level 6 na sana si Jillian, but with that shared experience from the neutral camps, just preventing her from getting that Oso level 6. Speaking of an Oso level 6, this Grims is level 5, and he's gonna go down to Ligaya and Jaina. Eclipse has been committed. And that's Jamesy on a dominating streak. Abat misses the boundless strike, a little bit off the mark, but Jamesy and Abat still continuing to push on forward. The Lucent Beam mini stun is actually worth a lot, but Eris here saving the charge, but no, that creep actually survived and got hit by the Star Storm. Now there's just no ball forward, just delaying his inevitable death.
Wow.
And, wow, nice, a back arrow. You don't see that too often.
Mga remnants ng Dota 1 yung datingan ng mga ganun eh. But yeah, I mean, alam niya rin na baka sa talaga yung timing. No? Well played from Ares. And so far, Signal Ultra Warriors, I mean, sa totoo lang sa laning stage, hindi naman natin nakita yung usual na nakita natin from Brent Pro. Although, chain feeding nga lang ng onti, very unfortunate for them. How can hit?
A little bit off the mark there. There is a Thunder Grasp, but the raindrops are also there from Eris. Might be able to prevent this damage now. They're just being wary of a little few wards. James here with an Invis rune. The guy is thinking there's no Eclipse available, but he hits so hard. Van is also here. The snowball has been committed. Van hits so hard! And Ligaya is here too, tanking hits from Jamesy. Nice swap in into Jaina. Van is still landing those hits onto Jaina. Jaina, no mana to deal with whatsoever. Ligaya is just dropped down. Second charge on the swap actually getting used. Jill TPing into the outpost. Gets a last hit onto Van. So sweet revenge for him. But Jamesy, it's too fast.
Naturally din kasi medyo mabilis talaga tumakbo. Isang Luna, lalo ito pang si Jill. Wala pa kasi siyang wala pa siyang threads, no? Naka pa lang siya. Naka brown boots pa lang. So very unfortunate na hindi nila na-punish yung pag-dive na ng Signal Ultra Warriors, but so far afford din kasi talaga kung paano maging aggressive yung Signal Ultra Warriors so far. Speaking of aggressive, diba? Si Van, nahabol lang itong si Jaina. Grabe.
It's so hard to take down kasi may items eh. This is a core position Vengeful Spirit. So you're getting those items, you're getting that little bit of damage, you're getting that tankiness. So that illusion is gonna be like way more annoying than a support Vengeful Spirit illusion.
Grabe, tong si Abat di na talaga iniwan yung lane sa may bandang top eh, no? Sabi niya, hindi, akin tong area na to, huwag kayong pumunta dito, akin tong farm. So nga lang, Ares, kita niya, may sentry,
the
but
sentry is there.
follow up, wala.
I don't think he knows na mag-isa lang si Eris dito though. Or I don't think Jill knows na mag-isa lang si Eris dito. And Eris will just continue to actually successfully pressure the enemy position one away from an open lane. And eto, may Vladimir's offering na dito si Van. Van is gonna be running down the mid lane together with James C and Grims. Grabe yung push potential nila dito. May Bloodlust plus the two auras. The pressure, man. These two tanky frontliners from the side of Signal Ultra Warriors just zoning out the rest of Brain Epro from under their tier 1.
Yeah, ito yung dream scenario kumbaga pag ano kayo, pag 4 kayo, di ba? Kaya mo ma-pressure, kaya mo ma-push away or ma-box out, no? Yung carry na laban ka. So parang gusto mong gumawa dito ng Brain Pro.
Yup, speaking of box out nga ba dito nila si Van as Van actually gets singled out at the swap in. Super aggressive, the freezing field is there, but so is the Eclipse.
Tumagal masyado! Aray!
Are they gonna get 4-man wipe?
Oh,
The
no!
Eclipse doing the work, and Van survives through it all, and they have ancient stacks to take, as well as may Battle Fury na din yung monkey king nila dito, making it easier, but meanwhile, Jamesy wasting no time. He still has a Bloodlust, he still has a double damage. He's gonna go pressure some towers.
Tuusin mo din, men, eh. Hindi right-click type yung Luna natin dito. But, kumpara din kasi tumira, naka-DD, tapos naka-Bloodlust pa. Eh, syempre, dagdagan mo pa yung factor na meron ka pang Vengeful Spirit na malapit na pwede mag-buff up sa'yo, diba? Minus armor din. So, kumbaga, kahit hindi ka rin yung type itong si James C, masakit pa rin pumalo, but medyo deep din naman yung positioning niya dito, ligaya. Kitang-kita, but wala nga Fever Punish. May ward din kasi doon eh. Kaya nga ba?
Oh, James, the shards misses by a little bit actually, but you still see how much damage. Oh no, James
swap out?
Makes a miscalculation there. There's no swap out actually. I don't think so. I don't think they want to use it, but Van holding on to it for just a little bit longer. Azalea here taking some hits from Van. I think they still want to go. If there's a little bit of weird positioning here from Signal Ultra Warriors, but it turns out there's not. Azalea going to drop down. Grimm's moving forward onto Jenna, and Cat still trying to run away. The tree dance is there. Doesn't Primal spring down, but just 2 hits. Gets a bounce strike onto Jaina as well. Van will finish off that kill. Nagaya trying to walk down under her shield, but I'm not. Even forward, only delaying the inevitable as he rolls onto Grims. Nice little mistrip there to dodge the shards, but doesn't really matter. He doesn't really need it. He gets the triple kill anyway. That's another 4-man wipe for the side of Brain Epro.
Yeah, kumpara din kasi na-force yung engagement na ng Signal Ultra Warriors eh, no? Sabi nila, sige na nga, mamamatay na lang din ako, pero 4 na mamamatay sa kabila. But I guess, Brain Epro, fine, makakapag-open up naman kayo ng onting space for your Draw Ranger, but not for long. Dito na si Ares.
Being the most annoying position for
ever. Lead niya ng +1.
Yep, he's waiting for Van. The arrow, it actually connects. Nowhere to run from Jill as the tree line was blocking her off to the left. Not enough time to go to the right, however. The rest of Brent Epro are here to kind of save it. Eris will now pay for his transgressions as Van also drops down along with them. Very nice reaction there coming from Brent Epro. So they don't fully catch on to what was happening, but they were able to make that rotation count for them. But Signal Ultra Warriors, power spikes are already there. Aghanim Scepter on the Luna, Battle Fury on Abbat. Oh, the Eclipse! Aghanim Scepter!
My God, Aghanims.
Very nice reveal, getting the kill onto Jaina, and now Ligaya in a bit of trouble as Abbat with that Arcane Moon. Does want to run in. There goes
nakapag-Wukong's command!
The Wukong's command, giving him that extra armor against the Corrosive Haze, and dying to the Wukong's command is Cat. Dying inside is Azalea. 2 Grims, and Jesus, the amount of damage is actually coming from Signal Ultra Warriors, and the like how it's being supplemented by Van, how it's being supplemented by Grims right now. It's actually pretty good. As of the moment, for what they want to do, they have all their bases covered dito, Nate.
Yeah, totoo. I mean, makita mo rin kasi itemization dito from the side of Signal Ultra Warriors, diba? Vlads, Medallion, Aghanims, Battle Fury pa yung mga kicking nila para lang ma-make sure na if ever na yung pagka-greedy nga din dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors, ma-punish masyado, diba? At least may scalability din sila. Sabi mo rin, the game is hard, sabi nga nila.
Look at Ares. Ares, this is his job. the rest of his team can function without the Moonlight Shadow, without the arrows. He just needs to keep tabs on Jill, because right now, the biggest threat to Signal Ultra Warriors is Jill. And that arrow doesn't really mean anything, it's just gonna waste a few seconds of Jill's life. And actually, how many hits does it take to take down a cat? Monkey says 4. Apat for Abat right there as he takes down Cat. And they're just taking control of the enemy triangle, and now, actually going into Roshan, it doesn't matter, they can do it. They have the medallion, they have the flag, they have the bloodlust. And even if nakaka-rosive siya, wala siyang pake. They know that BRE Pro can't really contest it right now. Not under the threat of another Wukong's, even though it's not under the threat of another Eclipse, even though that's also off cooldown. They just don't want to fight yet.
Yeah, ito din actually, gusto ko rin sana i-mention din nung draft pa lang, but yung rason kung bakit hindi na-utilize nga masyado na maayos dito yung Slardar for BRE Pro is dahil nga yung Slardar kasi medyo ayaw niya talaga naglalaro coming from behind. And usually, BRE Pro playing from behind, hindi ka talaga makakaharap, diba? Kumbaga parang 4 lang din na naglalaro as a Slardar na hindi ka rin katanky kasi wala ka ng mga items like Vanguard, wala ka ng mga items like maybe even pipe kung talagang gusto mo, yung agrims na medyo gusto talaga din buuin ng isang Slardar din kasi sobrang mahin ka lagi sa mga items. Yung Slardar kasi hindi din siya yung tipong naturally tanky talaga na hero kasi nga kailangan niya ng items para maging tanky, and paano kung makakakuha ka ng mga items kung talagang usually naglalaro ka talaga from behind. So a bit unfortunate for BRE Pro, kaya medyo nara-rundown lang sila dahil nga yung mga frontliners nila parating nalulusaw lang, diba? Lalo kasi kung titignan mo pa naman din yung damage output ng Signal Ultra Warriors, talagang di nagkukulang, diba? Vengeful Spirit plus Monkey King plus yung Luna pa nga lang, diba? Kahit nga wala ding supports dito, I think for Signal Ultra Warriors, medyo mahirapan pa rin talaga mag-team fight yung BRE Pro. But so far, again, isa sa mga pinakamahirap gawin na mga bagay sa Dota to syempre yung pag-high ground. So tignan natin kung paano ka magre-respond dito yung BRE Pro. Arguably meron naman kayong Zeus na pwede mag-def. Meron ka namang Arc Lightning lalo kung umabot ka pa ng level 25, but kumpara din kasi so sobrang behind din. Yun lang yung medyo issue ko lang, or baka kung dun pa mahirapan yung BRE Pro.
That's true. I mean, like, yung wave clear naman nila is there. They have the Crystal Maiden who can take a little bit of farm for herself. You have the Arc Lightning from Zeus, may multi-shot din from Drow, or she can clear creeps from a distance with Dragon Lance. Pero, yeah, playing from behind sucks. And it's something that BRE Pro...
Grabe naman to, magsalo.
Doesn't get out the Wukong's command here. He's gonna get down by 4 with the freezing field. However, that's just the Aegis. There's nobody else here from his team. He didn't expect 4 would be there. So he just jumps away. Offering the Aegis there. You know what? You guys need a little bit of distraction. I don't want you guys defending yung tier 2 nyo sa bottom. So I'm gonna give away my Aegis, trade it for a tier 2. How's that sound? BRE Pro not too happy about that. But that means no Aegis.
I think para sa akin lang man, hindi niya naman kailangan gawin yan. Siguro nasa isip niya lang, siguro yung mga ibang members dito ng BRE Pro magde-def sa baba, diba? Sige, try ko nga patayin yung Drow Ranger sa top. Which is over and over again, ginagawa nga nila dito si Eris nga, para lang magkaroon ng konting vision sa loob ng base, diba? Babatot sila ng arrow, babatot pa sila ng Wave of Terror, but for now, for Signal Ultra Warriors on all fronts, top, mid, bottom, makapag-push in. Medyo nahihirapan na talaga lumabas ng base na yung BRE Pro, and slowly but surely, yung battle of attrition dito, medyo nagsistarve out na medyo nahihirapan na yung BRE Pro. Usually kasi mga ganito, di ba, may makita tayong mga anti-mage na magpo-push out ng mga ibang lane or magja-jungle sa jungle na kalaban nila. Pero now, talagang wala, no space. No way at all para makalabas dito yung BRE Pro sa base nila.
That's true. Draw one of those heroes na parang reliably, no, makakalabas ka ng base, makapag-ikot ka, pupunta ka sa top, you make some space there, or magkakat ka ng creep waves. Ginagawa ng isang Drow yun. And actually, may Aghanim Scepter na dito si Abat, catches off someone with a boundless strike, and not be careful.
Swap?
One good high ground.
What? Damage?
Oh, Abat actually going to get a kill on the Jaina. Jaina forced to buy back. The Eclipse is there though. Not killing off a lot of people, and Abat gets saved here by Van. Will Van actually give up his life for it? The damage actually coming out from Zeus and that Drow is way more than enough, and the illusion also gets taken down. So they do save their carry, they expend their Eclipse, pero nag-buyback din naman dito si Jaina.
Yeah, yun din. Well, I mean, gano'n naman talaga, pagdating nga sa mga mga bagay ng ganito, lalo kapag offline ka para Vengeful Spirit, minsan, wala kung di talaga maiwasan maging kung ano na pinaggagawa ng carry mo bibigyan mo na lang yung buhay mo para sa carry mo. Ganun talaga ang buhay ganun talaga minsan.
Yep.
But
you have those instincts to save as a Vengeful Spirit kasi no matter what position you play her in.
Para akit dito BRE Pro parang gusto naman tumingin fight. Sabagay walang Vengeful
And alam nila na walang Eclipse, so this is going to be a good opportunity for them if they decide to
Kasi medyo
commit on
awkward
it.
yung position nila.
Yep, Gribbs. Oh, nice fire blast into the arrow connection.
Lang.
Jamesy just turning to actually pump fake the lucent beam. Does eventually get it off on Cat. Abat is beyond
Okay.
godlike this game. Bound to strike.
Aray ko po.
Secures that last hit on the Cat. However, the guy getting chased down here. Snowball, I think, just delaying the inevitable as a Starstorm will claim his. That's 3 down for the side of BRE Pro. And this makes, I think, sieging a little bit easier for the side of Signal Ultra Warriors.
Pwede rin talaga. At mukhang mid pa rin talagang haba. Ang gusto na lang i-go. Well, uy, Jay, nakaray ko po sa
My
damage.
goodness, that damage. And that's a
Push
dive
na
back
talaga
from
to.
the Zeus. That's a minute without your Zeus being able to clear waves. They have to completely rely on this Drow Ranger and the Crystal Maiden, and maybe even the Ice Shards to do the work. But I don't think it's going to be enough work as the Monkey King is just beating down with, of course, his Aghanim Scepter clone, just
Uy.
beating down the tower as well.
Ganda rin kasi na pwede gawin dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors. I mean, swap in lang sila. Andiyan na kagad yung Fire Blast to follow up. Pwede pa nga mag-multicast din yun, di ba? Tapos, siyempre, andiyan na yung Monkey King, andiyan na yung Luna, natitira-titira na naman talaga. At ano siya na fact, actually, ito rin yung mahirap minsan eh. So, sobrang ahead nyo, parang wala ka din play as a position 4 kasi nga so sobrang grabe na yung space. Parang ikaw na rin yung kumakain ng space. Kaya hindi natin nakikita din si Eris na parang yung mga god plays yung Namerana na usually natin nakikita. Kasi sa ngayon, technically, hindi pa kailangan. Diba? But, well, Zeus, mabubuhay na rin naman na, but 1 racks down for Signal Ultra Warriors mo kung gusto pa rin nalang tumuloy sa may bottom part ng mapa natin. And we'll see kung paano magde-def yung BRE Pro.
Ang hirap mag-start ng fight.
Grabe naman to.
Wala kayong real initiation. Speaking of real initiation, they go on the Monkey King here, but the Monte style actually dispels the dust. He has a Mischief. There's a Thunder God's
Swap
Wrath.
in pa rin.
Everything is kind of
swap
looking
out,
messy right now.
Parang hindi na.
Look at how many trees are outside the base.
Parang cover na rin nata yun ha. Pwede mo rin magamit na parang okay, sige tago tayo sa likod ng tower baka. Sa likod ng puno baka di tayo makita no. I'm sure Signal Ultra Warriors having a bit of fun. No? Pero sa banda, I mean, totoo yun, yung vision factor din. Pwede rin. Uy, ganda ng setup kasi may Glimmer.
Oh, the arrow actually does connect. However, Jill with the 3 hits onto Grims. Grims might drop down here thanks to the corrosive haze as well. But they do take down the tower. They do have mid racks as well. But like bottom racks,
nandito
can they disengage from this Eris? In a bit of trouble. Lands
Papasok,
inside the
papasok.
shards. Does have a leap away. May snowball pa nga. And si Eris dito tumatakbo. Another back arrow there and it lands. Eris with these connections actually making it pretty good, but meanwhile, Van is going to drop down on his Vengeful Spirit as 4 rush down onto him, and Eris still getting chased down by the guy. Knows that there's no leap charges left. Jamesy is also on the run. Ice Shards have been committed. No possibility for a trap here. Eris runs into a bounty, so does Jamesy. They'll pick that off, and however, damage has been done. That tier 3 is down, and no more racks in your mid lane for BRE Pro.
Yeah, I think game plan dito for Signal Ultra Warriors most likely farmin nyo yung mga items na kailangan nyo. Nasa isip ko nga actually BKB para dito kay Abat para lang talaga makatulong sa sarili niya but medyo aggressive siya masyado naglalaro medyo mamatay-matay din siya but uy grabe yung match steal.
He's underestimating the damage from Jill, but also he does get a trade onto the guy. Well, it's not really a trade. That's all they get.
Uy, pang-agrim sa tayo ni Jaina. Naku po, namatay pa.
Eris. Now that's the play. That's the position for play that they
There we
needed.
go. Paso,
Now,
pupush sila
Jill actually in a little bit of trouble here. Doesn't have the force staff to run away completely yet and getting slowed down by that ignite. But will take him down. The buyback is available from him. I mean, from her, but she doesn't want to commit it though.
Eclipse inside area na mamatay sa loob ng fountain.
Damage, and it takes down 2 inside their own fountain. Eclipse is firing his laser, Jamesy, as now they're trying to rush on down both the bottom barracks and the tier 4s. Grims just tanking the tower hits. He doesn't really care. He's Ogre Magi. He hasn't cared since the start of this game. He just wants to tank tower hits. Van and Jamesy gonna finish the job. What can a Crystal Maiden and a Starter do for this actually? There's not that much. It's just a fun little swap out. And Bryn, they can't hold on to their Ancient as at this point. Just a freezing field inside the base. The arrow, will it connect? It doesn't really even matter at this point. Nice swap in and Van, not dead yet as the Ancient explodes. GG WP comes out. The Signal Ultra Warriors takes game 1 of their game, or of their series against BRE Pro.
for sure, alam din naman talaga nila na at the end of the day, kailangan talaga basagin yung ancient. Of course, nandun pa rin naman talaga yung idea nila na kailangan at the end of the day, kailangan gawin yun if kung gusto mong manalo. Diba? But I think kung para din kasi yung sa BRE Pro, again, I'm looking for something special, something cheesy. Okay, this is what I expected. Kunin sana yung Vengeful before yung Draw Ranger actually ng game number 1. I felt that was maybe their first mistake. Maybe takot sila masyadong mawala yung Draw Ranger. But okay, Signal Ultra Warriors. Techies, okay. Before sabihin ng mga ibang tao na dinedisrespect ng Signal Ultra Warriors and BRE Pro, I actually want to say otherwise. Techies, basta magamit nyo ng maayos, sobrang annoying, sobrang ganda ng pwedeng gawin ng Techies sa lane. Bakit? Bukod sa syempre, pinapasabog yung mga tao na kung saan din sa mga sulok-sulok ng mapa. Syempre, kumpara niya kasi na ma-manipulate yung creeps in a way. Kasi, di ba yung change na ginawa sa kanya dati, kailangan mo maglagay ng isang landmine. Normal na yun. Pero ngayon, meron na siyang 3 charge ng landmine. So, sa unang part pa lang ng game, pwede siyang magtanggal ng isang creepoid sa totoo lang. Or at least, sabihin natin, nasa backlines naglalaro lang yung Techies, tapos BRE Pro gusto na mag-push. Tapos biglang, okay, nandun yung Techies, pinasabog yung mga creeps. Ang ganda kasi pagdating sa pagkat ng mga creepoids yeah, okay, maybe interesting yung Signal Ultra Warriors na pinakita nila kagad ng first pick, but kumpara din kasi gamitin. I think isa sa mga pinaka-famous na examples, I think for international Dota, si Zayak on Virtus Pro. Yeah. Binaban yung Techies kontra sa Virtus Pro dahil lang dun sa player na yun, diba? So, kung magamit man tong hero na to to a good effect, kung magamit nyo ng tama, pwede siyang makawasak talaga ng mga teams for sure. And sobrang annoying pa naman talagang kalaban yung ganito. Mag-iiba din kasi kung paano kayo maglaro Diba? For BRE Pro tuloy, okay, may Techies sa kabila. Kailangan tuloy natin magdala lagi ng sentry. Kailangan na tuloy natin magsama-sama at magdala ng gem if ever na gusto natin mag-push, diba? So, ito yung actually isa sa mga heroes na hinahanap ko maybe for BRE Pro na sila yung mag-pick. Kasi nga, mag-iiba kasi yung way kung paano maglaro yung kalaban mo. Kapag may ganto na hero, makita mo nga din, diba, sa cam natin si Coach Yuda, medyo nasa-stress na ka din, diba? Ako, may Techies na kalaban. I mean, syempre, hindi rin kasi siya isa sa mga nakikita mo everyday. And yung factor din kasi, you don't prepare for this kind of thing. Hindi mo kasi alam na, may Techies player pala yung Signal Ultra Warriors, paano to? Sige, tignan natin kung anong kaya natin gawin. But okay, for BRE Pro, taking a page out of Signal Ultra Warriors book, kukunin nila yung Vengeful Spirit plus Mirana.
Yep, they start out with the first 2 picks that Signal Ultra Warriors took last game, and I'm just really excited about this Techies pick, man. I don't want to stop talking about it because this is the first time that we've seen him here in National Season 2 for Dota 2, and I want to know how Signal Ultra Warriors are going to play it. Are they going to emulate some kind of known strategy, or are they going to give it their own little twist, their own little flair? Like, who's going to be playing it, diba, firsthand?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a 3, a 4, a 5? How are they going to do this? Because Techies is great as a hero.
Yeah, usually, nilalaro siya as a position 4. At least yun yung napapansin ko kapag may mga naglalaro. Although, kapag kasi may ganito, usually bibigyan mo talaga sa isang specialist na player. Diba? Yung talaga marunong mag-Techies. Kasi kung maglalaro ka naman ng Techies, hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung pinagagawa mo. Siyempre, parang 4v5 na talaga yung laro. Diba? Yung normal Techies game talaga yung makita natin. Pero may mga special kasi na bagay na ginagawa ng mga Techies player na mahalata mo okay, Techies player. Siyempre, bukod sa Dota Plus level, kung makita nga rin natin mamaya kapag may mag-pick na ito ng hero na to, but may mga bagay kasi kung paano ka mag-stack ng mga bombs mo, placement ng bombs mo, diba? Ano ba yung kukunin mo level 1? Yung landmines mo para makapag-jungle ka ba kagad or makapag-take out ng isang creep wave ng early pa lang?
Blast off.
Blast off, diba? Usually, I think blast off yung kinukuha nga ng mga Techies player kapag magle-lane sila kasi first off, yung silence niyan, napaka-cancer, napakahirap maglaro kontra niyan. Early pa lang, syempre, gusto mong, bibitaw ako ng stun or bibitaw ako ng heal para hindi tayo mamatay, makapag-disengage tayo. Pero biglang, dahil may silence na parang, I think, 6 seconds or something ng level 1, ang hirap maglaro kontra sa mga ganyan And of course, bukod sa silence, yung damage pa. Ba yung damage and yung pag-deny din sa sarili. Kasi Techies, sabihin natin ma-deny niya yung sarili niya, which is, unti na rin yung mga hero na kayang gumawa ng mga gano'n na-patch out na yung mga ibang heroes na kayang mag-deny sa sarili nila, like Abaddon and Punch. Yeah, pwede, siya tsaka si Pug na din, tama ka, na pwede mag-deny sa sarili. Pero yung pagkamatay niya, pwede siya mag-TP back into the lane. Full HP, full mana, makapagdala ka pa ng mga items ng kakampi mo, and kung para din kasi maglaro ang isang Techies, mabibigyan ng sobrang space yung offlane mo kasi nga, solo niya yung levels usually. Kasi yung Techies madalas, ako naglalaro na naman ako sa gilid, mangulit lang naman ako dito, magpa-plant ako ng bombs dito doon. So, overall, ang dami mga possibilities. Kaya siguro, sana, kapag may nakakita nga na itong hero na to ngayon, sa The Nationals at masasabi nga yung Tekis na parang, okay, wala lang yung hero na yan, pinagtitripan na lang ata. No. Sa totoo lang, legit yung Tekis. Sana nag-iba nga yung pananaw nyo tungkol dito sa hero niya. No? But Chaos Knight, Tusk, tanky. Sobrang tanky yung mga heroes dito na Signal Ultra.
Yeah, and even Snapfire is considerably a little bit tanky. She is primarily a strength hero, no? So a little bit of that strength gain on her as well, reflecting sa HP pool later into the game. But Tusk and Chaos Knight, I'm not so sure about yung 4 position natin dito because we have the Tusk pick already coming out. So Techies in that weird spot. Chaos Knight, however, I do think this is most likely going to be the position 1 for Signal Ultra Warriors. It's Chaos Knight very strong in that safe lane, and also very reliable when it comes to getting those early levels, getting those first few core items, and also one of the carries with a bit more versatile build, no? Because could be completely able to go for the armlet build, or he could even rush a drums. Ags is also somewhat pretty decent. Yeah, Midas din, pretty decent. So, there's a lot of reliability with the position 1 Chaos Knight. Meanwhile, the side of BRE Pro, they decided to go for something that could help clear din yung mga Chaos Knight illusions without dropping down so fast to them. So Sven is there, of course, with a great cleave, along with a Void Spirit. So a lot of AoE on that Void Spirit as well. And banning out... Okay, so Faceless Void no longer in the pool. Underlord as well. So both of these heroes can reliably fight against Signal Ultra Warriors draft. So taking them out, pretty good. The Puck ban, I don't think... Maybe it's just for the Void Spirit, because I think the Puck really damages how the Void Spirit wants to control tempo in the game. With those silences, with those leashes. It's pretty hard to play Void Spirit if you have to think about... if you have to constantly think about the Puck being in the game.
Okay, parang... Ito, I have a few talking points. Itong si Sven, I like him because syempre andun yung damage. Diba? Yun yung gusto ko. Tanky, di ba yung sinabi natin yung mga heroes dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors. So Sven, of course, with a lot of damage, maganda. Ito yung rason kung bakit ayoko yung Sven. Yung Sven, pag wala siyang BKB dito, grabe yung pagkakite. I feel kailangan na BKB dito ng Sven. May Tekis ka na, grabe yung stasis trap. Meron pang mga slow, of course, for the Mortimer's cases. May cookie pa na pwede makagamit na pang kite sa kanya. May Tusk na, of course, master of kiting. Lahat ng mga skills niya kumbaga kaya makapag-kite ng kalaban niya. Chaos Knight, may mga stuns din. So I think for Sven, kailangan niya lang i-keep in mind yan. Kung hindi man siya mag-BKB, maybe status resistance, but I think BKB sobrang kailangan dito. And for yung lineup naman dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors, kung paano ko nakikita na parang gumana, I think yung lineup nila, feeling ko Snapfire mid na to. 4 nga yung task, so ang kulang na lang na hero yung Signal Ultra Warriors dito sa offlane. Ito yung rason kung bakit nasa isip ko rin yung mangyari. Kasi I feel like si Grimsa nga yata, yung Tekis player dito sa side ng Signal Ultra Warriors, and ang gagawin ata is yung Tekis tsaka yung Chaos Knight, maybe sila yung magkasama. Kasi si Chaos Knight sa totoo lang, hindi naman niya kailangan na sobrang grabeng tulong sa lane eh. I think isa siyang hero na kaya makapag-sustain sa sarili niya. Of course, may onting heal. Hindi na siya yung sure na heal kapag papalo ka na with the 3rd skill, diba? Yung may crit. But I think yung kill potential din kasi with the Chaos Knight plus Tekis. Not to mention the fact na kapag gusto nyo talagang i-flex yung kill potential nyo, yung Tusk nagro-roam din eh. Diba? So, pwede siyang magpunta ng top, pwede siyang magpunta ng bottom. So, I think for Signal Ultra Warriors, maybe pipick din sila ng hero na kaya makapag-lane sa sarili, sa bottom. Although, sa totoo lang, Snapfire pwede rin naman siyang offlane. So, andun naman yung possibility.
Like, they still can swap a few positions around then, diba? Because they could decide to pick up another mid laner to go up against yung Void Spirit natin dito. Pero it's a Pangle here, last pick for BRE Pro, so... I think I've seen this before.
Lang.
This is Lycan building an Ags, Chaos Knight building an Ags, and these are Wolves and his illusions.
Naku po.
This is gonna be scary.
May wave clear din naman at least yung BRE Pro, yun din yung maganda, I guess. But is it enough, diba? Lalo kasi sobrang kunat pa naman din eh, no? Yung Agrancy, I feel like may something special nga yata na gagawin dito yung Signal Ultra. Parang, I think you're onto something.
Yeah. I mean, when you wolf bite someone as a Lycan, and then they make illusions of wolves. So these illusions move at 700 move speed as well. So as fast as Lycan does when he's in wolf form.
God.
Right, so this is what it's gonna look like. And they're gonna crit for so much. Chaos Knight already has a built-in chance to crit, right? Pero Lycan in his wolf form also has that chance to crit. And it's a massive crit. So we're gonna see tons of illusions and tons of crits, but we're gonna see
Tons
them
of damage.
Yeah, tons of damage, but we're gonna see them on separate or very not rare, but like sparsely spread occasions because medyo mahaba din yung cooldown ng Wolf Bite na yun. Medyo mahaba din yung cooldown ng
Yeah.
Phantasm. And at the same time, you have to wait for both Aghanim Scepters to come online.
Well, yun din. I mean, kung usapang delay naman ng game, I think may Tegis ka naman din. Makakasagot na naman yan. But, I mean, ito sana di ba? Ito yung mga bagay na sinasabi ko na parang something special na hinahanap ko. Diba? Something, maybe, abusuhin mo yung isang mechanic or something like that. Yun yung hinahanap ko for BRE Pro. Although, I think, objectively speaking, kung titignan na natin yung lineup dito ng BRE Pro, I think it's not too bad. Diba? May damage na naman sila with the Sven, albeit, let's say, baka makite. May mobility na naman with the Void Spirit, may Pangolier ka din naman pwede manggulo sa Clash, right? It's just, yung factor lang din kasi talaga makita natin dito na biglang yung Signal Ultra Warriors, bigla sila may itatry na ganito eh, di ba? For a team na medyo nagsastruggle na nga, tapos may itatry pa yung kalaban mo na hindi ka pa prepared para doon. So, I feel like yung ganon, yung ginawa ng Signal Ultra Warriors dito, baka mabigla lang yung BRE Pro. But then again, it is a mid-task, so we'll see.
That's right. Yep, and supervision and regulation of the games and over at CUW. Starting out, BRE versus Signal Ultra Warriors, Game 2 of the series for Day 10 of the Nationals, Season 2 for Dota 2. That's Bren's Cat on Vengeful Spirit, Hizelia on Pangolier, Jaina on Void Spirit, Jill on Sven, and Ligaya on Mirana.
At ito na naman po dito sa side ng Signal Ultra Warriors, of course, si James C. Yung mid laner natin for Signal Ultra Warriors will be playing that Tusk. But naman, of course, playing the carry na Lycan. Ares naman on the techies, very special hero, of course, close to many hearts of the Filipinos. Grims naman sa kanyang Snapfire Van will be playing the Chaos Knight na offlane. So, ito rin yung isa sa mga nakikita rin, sa totoo lang, yung Chaos Knight din na offlane. Yung overall talaga na kung paano siya maglaro, diba? Aggressive, tanky, may stun, may disable. Overall, diba? Parang isa, yung mga magaganda na I think,
we're
quality.
seeing that blast off. It's just the first minute rune now. Jill is in a bit of trouble here.
Damage
So much
kagad,
nuke coming out from the side of Signal Ultra, but at the same time, there's a lot of damage from BRE Pro as well. There's actually 3 disables there. Ligaya with that arrow, the magic missile was there too, but now, there's the fire, there's a scatter blast. Now, Grims is actually just frontlining for them. They want to get a kill on the techies, and no, there's no blast off available, but Burst Blood does go to Van as he takes down Cat, and now Cat, habang si Jim dito, body blocks from Grims, perfect. The arrow on Van as well. Scatter blast, another one actually does fly out. Van is actually struggling a little bit there in terms of HP department. But another blast off secures a kill onto Ligaya. And Grims and Ares are just kind of disengage and regen up as they happily take the boundary rune. And 2-0 for that first fight.
Yeah, nice start, of course, for Signal Ultra Warriors. Interesting, again, yung mid lane matchup natin dito, no, Tusk versus Void Spirit. You don't see this every day. Kahit nga sa mga Pinoy pubs natin, sa totoo lang, hindi rin natin nakikita yung mga ganitong bagay. But, well, there's a first for everything, and I guess, not too bad. Lalo din kasi melee din yung katapakan na ito ni James, you know? I think attack animation, not too bad din for Tusk, and overall damage-wise, diba? Maganda rin. Hero, isa din siyang hero na medyo mahilig din umikot-ikot, pero mga gulo din na nakita natin kagad sa may bottom lane. Last off, sulit na sulit. Bayad na bayad.
I think it's so cool yung ginagawa nila dito sa bottom lane. Sven and Venge, there's a lot of damage that's possible to just secure or deny their own creeps, no? But what Techies is doing by blasting off every few waves, he just secures a range creep for himself, and that allows them to kind of double wave and pressure the tower even more.
Exactly. Yeah. Mag-open up din tuloy yung pull kung gusto nyo mag-pull. Maglalasset din tuloy yung kalaban mo under the tower, which means mahihirapan siya maglaset. So overall, diba, yun din yung isa sa mga underrated din na mechanics na ginagawa ng mga pros ngayon. Push in mo yung wave para mahirapan mag-form yung kalaban. And of course, isa din na maganda pwede mangyari kapag ma-push mo nga yung wave. Mauna ka mag-level 2. So mas mapapressure mo tuloy yung kalaban mo. Since level 2 ka nga, yung kalaban mo level 1 pa lang.
Yep, and now actually Cat just working on a bit of a harass towards Fan here. Medyo wala na siya mana for another magic missile, pero may follow-up naman from the spread mid lane. However, we're seeing actually James Z just doing very equally in terms of CS dito against Jaina. And yung interesting nandito is, I think Jaina has to be very patient with how gagamitin yung Resident Pulse. But meanwhile, bottom lane, however, Van is in a bit of trouble here. Cat and Jill expending both of their disables onto him. So he's not gonna be too healthy as he comes back into lane. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna wait for a lucky crit to lifesteal him back up if ever.
Yan din, Dati kasi sure ball talaga yung crit pero pinatch nga nila in a way na chance na siya. But sa totoo na para sa akin, parang mas maganda nga rin yun di ba? Kasi nga, paano kapag mag-crit ka naman few right clicks in a row, di ba? Di sobrang sulit yun, hindi mo magagawa yun sa lumang third skill niya.
Pero yun nga, if sobrang swerte ka lang, just like nakikita natin dito, 2 crits in a row. Pero like, if tatlo na yun, I really think you shouldn't be playing Chaos Knight and you should probably be tumataya ka na lang siguro sa Lotto if ever, if you're that lucky. Pero mid lane, Jaina, a little bit of an engagement here. And gusto ko yung nangyayari dito because Jaina sobrang patient niya with that Resonant Pulse. It blocks off physical damage. So meanwhile, Cat actually goes down to Van and Van alone.
Okay. Well, I mean, ito na naman, di ba, makita na natin. Although, not so much just yet, Jaina, mid lane, delikado din.
There's so much aggression from both mid laners here. Kasi nga, melee silang dalawa, so they both have that threat of tanking the creep wave whenever mag-engage sila. And at the same time, very low cooldown din yung mga spells na nagagamitin for harassment. But there's already a 2-on-2 engagement here. Jamesy actually, he sees the rune, blocks off Jaina. Jaina doesn't have the W to actually get to it in time. And there's a haste. Nice fire snap cookie. The arrow will not connect from Ligaya. Jamesy still actually kiting around Jaina as of the moment. Again, there's no dissimulate. He can't go away. The scatter blast is there. Ligaya leaps in, but there's a fairy fire from Grims, and Grims will stay alive. Ligaya still has a leap available, although it's just one charge. Haste on Jamesy, I think wearing off, but he wants to go in. Or does he? Waiting around the tree line, goes back into the lane, and he'll be fine. Going back to farming, gets a kill on the enemy mid laner. That's enough for him.
Tatama arrow.
Does connect, however. Will it actually lead up into anything good? Again, there's nothing available on the side of Jaina here, so he's just gonna run back under his tower safely.
Not bad. Okay din kasi yung movement speed ng task na normal di ba? Of course, kapag naturally 4 ka usually, yun yung isa sa mga factors talaga na nakikita natin, di ba? Mabilis talaga na maglakad. But people like Tiny, di ba? Yun yung pinaka-perfect example I think natin. But nakita ko 5, medyo sakit yung damage na.
The blast off is there for the silences though. Jamesy will not commit anything else. He knows he's faster than Cat, but the ice shards are there. And the arcane boots actually from Eris there, just keeping Jamesy full mana. Abat taking a little bit of harass here from Hizelia and the guy. And when I said a little bit, I meant just enough to take him down as Abat goes down. His wolves will be the ones surviving, and as they're gonna get taken down by Pangolier in the top lane. But Ligaya, very happy about that kill on Abat.
Yeah, for sure. Anything na makakuha mo kontra sa top team natin for this tournament, might as well. Take it and don't leave it. Just take it. just take it. But for BRE Pro, I think medyo naturally din talaga since Lycan mag-isa, medyo mabagal din kasi siya maglakad. So a bit unfortunate for him. But yeah, I guess nice kill for BRE Pro.
Like they saw na nag-hang around yung supports sa bot. The Takis isn't being so. But meanwhile, Ligaya tries to contest the double damage rune. Need him kunin ni Grims yung double damage because he can secure it for his tusk. So Jamesy, they're not going to be too happy about that one. But they still get a good engagement nonetheless. Blast off actually right here, dealing so much damage. It just needs a lucky crit. Actually, just needs one more hit. But then doesn't get it as a magic missile. Stops him in his tracks. And meanwhile, Jamesy gets another kill. Middle lane, Ligaya going down. The shards are there, the tag team doing the work. There's still one more asshole shot, but he doesn't want to use it anymore. Jill is still pretty low. The magic missile gets used. Cat, no mana here.
Jill.
Eris might go down here. He doesn't have a blast off yet, and he does go down eventually. Jill going to take a Chaos Strike or a Chaos Bolt to the face. Also another magic missile though. When will we stop this magic missiles controlling man, stopping him from doing anything? The crits! 3 in a row! Are you insane?
Patay pa ata to. Oh my god.
Chaos Bolt, that does eventually go down. There's a tower hit, there's a hit from the Vengeful Illusion. And so they do end off his killing spree, but he takes 2 kills to himself. And now Abat top lane getting pressured. Hizelia has committed the ulti. The mid laner James is here. He's looking tough. He looks like he wants to fight, but he looks like he's gonna run down the river and go back to the middle.
Yeah, medyo mahirap din kasi i-gank yung dalawa dito sa top, diba? Yung isa may leap, yung isa may swashbuckle. So, but unfortunate for Jamesy, no? Yung rotation niya dun sakto.
Meanwhile, Grims is in a bit of trouble here. Jaina has committed the astral but speaking of hard to gang, Jamesy
Namatay pa
actually
rin?
does get a kill on his eye. I think he waited para magamit yung swashbuckle and then they went.
Yeah, I think yun nga rin nangyari. Pero nakikita ko rin kasi yung kay Pangolier wala siyang mana din for for swashbuckle. I'm sure nagamit nga din yan on cooldown din nun. But, yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, just one in the... Oh no, the centaur stun! He wasn't looking forward to that.
Malas. No stun tuloy, no?
Yep, miscalculating that a bit and does get stunned by the centaur. That's the problem with illusion heroes. Sometimes creeps do trigger, or neutral creeps do trigger their abilities if there's more than 3 units. Oh, Jamesy!
Okay. Aray.
Getting a quick kill onto Legaya. Snowball in with an arcane rune. Doesn't even need to spend so much mana on that fight, or not even a fight at all on that kill. Van here, the tier 1 tower for the bottom lane is actually already down, and Van just farming away. Really doesn't matter. He's going for that Aghanim Scepter. We know what's going to happen with this. Meanwhile, top lane, we have to see if Lycan is anywhere close to this Aghanim Scepter. God's Strength has been popped by this Van just to help him take these stacks a little bit faster. Jamesy. Back to the middle lane, still has that arcane rune.
Okay.
Going on to Grims here.
Di pa rin namatay.
Oh, look at the damage. The arrow actually goes onto Jamesy, but Grims gets the nice kill onto Jaina. Enough damage from Little Shredder, so a value point in that. Actually very, very good. And now, Jamesy actually just having a fun time in the mid lane. Even though he's a bit worrying in the CS department, he is making his rotations count.
Yeah, for sure. Ang ganda rin, but well, rotation-wise, ito na naman, mid lane.
Another one of Fire Snap Cookie and a nice punch to actually secure things. They see another one.
Then
they see
nahuli.
Cat. They want to go for it. This is the Walrus versus the Cat right now. More and more kisses do go out. Jamesy trying to actually keep going here, but Izelia is there with the rolls, the Pangolier. Trying to cause havoc in this fight, actually does have the swashbuckle left, I think, still parodying up, going for it, it's slow, and the disarm is there, so can't fight back. Jamesy eventually goes down the unstoppable streak, going to Jaina, much needed kill. Grims, Fire Snap Cookie to the high ground again, as we've seen before. And they're going to be alright with that trade, I think. They take down Jamesy's unstoppable streak and give it to Jaina, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, well played so far, at least for BRE Pro. Diba nakukuha din kasi nila yung mga mga ibang trade-offs din. Pero this is what I was talking about, si Ares.
So sneaky.
Playing medyo deep, just sneaky. Pero sinabi mo, I think mas-scout pa nga yata siya ng isang courier dun eh. Mayari yata to.
The courier does see him.
Hindi siya nakita.
Oh?
Hindi siya nakita.
Oh, but the
although
sentries
makita
are
yung mga
there.
bomba. Yeah, alam nila.
Are there. So he decides to place them somewhere else. Eto dito, so may walkway. He doesn't pop them really. He doesn't waste any time. Trying to micro and pop these. So actually, he does get the perfect method of stacking them over on top of each other. So that's something that really techie specialists do love doing. They love to confuse you whether or not there's more than one bomb there or there's only one bomb in the area.
Top lane, aray. Medyo masakit talaga.
Yep.
Ito rin kasi yung maganda kay Chaos Knight eh. Sa totoo lang, may pagka-item dependent siya, but not so much in a way na, kasi usually yung damage siya talaga nanggagaling sa, obviously, crit. Tsaka yung reality theft na may minus sa, wait lang na. Nawala yung train of thought ko kasi may makita yata tayo mamamatay dito eh. Ayun lang.
Just the damage from these mines actually, and that level 6
nakita na. Sa parang yung gumawa. Boom!
He still gets the kill. Eris with an chain of explosions there, but meanwhile Van also up in here. Jill is also here. Eris will pay for what he did, but now they're actually gonna roll onto the high ground. You gotta be careful not to get hit by Stormhammer here. Very nice engagement. Very nice rolling thunder from the Pangolier right now. James is trying to do the best that he can to take down Jill. They take him down at the very least. And now they trade in 3 for 1. As at this point, Grims very aggressive, tries to jump in, wants to get a trade of his own, but no, can he actually make it away? But all the javelin procs in the world from Izelia as Grims just dropped down. And Abad just casually farming away.
Yeah,
after his team
yun nga lang.
fight.
Yun nga lang. Actually, check ko nga lang din kung yung babuhin niya dito. Actually, weird build. Hindi natin madalas makita. Armlet
Echo
on the
Saber.
Lycan and going for Echo Saber, pero gusto niyang gumo dito sa may bandang mid.
Yep, this is gonna allow him to actually try to get kills and really frequently with that armlet.
Aray.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Crits pa lang eh, no?
See, and that's what they want to do with this Chaos Knight illusions, I guess, with the Aghanim Scepter build. And now, showing priority over for this Vengeful Spirit illusion should be very annoying. You know, it's not just damage; it's also vision. It's controllable. It can walk around. It can scout things out. Grims might be a little bit of a repeat for what happened in the middle lane. The arrow, it might connect. It might not. Grims successfully sidesteps. Oh, but the Rolling Thunder is there. It gets pump faked actually, because you can do a bit of pump faking on your own, and now the swashbuckle in forward just to get the kill onto Grims. A little bit of a repeat for what did happen in the middle lane, and Van not too lucky about these Phantasms, only getting one illusion every time he does cast it, but does he want to go here? He's actually alone up against 3 people. There is no mana on his Zelya as of the moment, but there's a Chaos Strike. The Chaos Strike actually getting fired forward. Van right here, the jump of Enduring getting activated. Does he actually get a cancel? And there's a snowball actually lands perfectly in Jamesy with a tag team, Chaos Knight and the Chaos Knight illusion, just getting so much damage. Meanwhile, but just, you know, a dog doing a rat's business.
Okay, so kung paano kung parang nagbe-build dito si Abat hindi yung usual. Kasi ba yung usual na nakita natin sa Lycan? Necronomicon, o Helm of the Dominator. Yun yung madalas natin makita kasi gusto nila mag-push na maaga. Kaso parang fighting build battle build yung ginagawa dito na Lycan natin. So, expect natin, I think, for Signal Ultra Warriors na maaga gumaw. And for BRE Pro, ang tanong, ready na nga ba yung Sven pagdating nga dun sa panahon na yan? And kung makikita rin natin, Chaos Knight, Agarims nga. So we got one of 2 Aghanim's builds, right? Chaos Knight mag-Aghanim's. But for now, hindi pa naman natin sure. Si Abat on the Lycan, no Aghanim's for now.
Yep. Nate, I think I know why it's not the Necronomicon build that we're used to seeing on the Lycan or the Helm of the Dominator. I think it's mainly because of there's a lot of AOE from the side of BRE Pro.
That's a bagay.
Because there's the Pangolier, you have the Mirana Starstorm, and of course the Sven Great Fleet. Grims being very aggressive here. They do think that they can try to follow up, but they don't. At least not really in time. Cancels out the Rolling Thunder. Nice damage, but you do trade your own life for it. Going to go down as time here. Zelya trying to... Grims does get it with the Mortimer Kisses. And Ligaya gonna be making it away here. There's no detection from the side of Signal Ultra Warriors, but they're threatening this jungle. This Ven and his team is not allowed to farm those Ancients.
Yeah, grabe yung map control. Pineflex talaga dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors yung pagka-early na pwede mag-online, pero Jaina mag-isa lang.
Another one. Waiting for the follow-up. There's no Walrus Punch, I think. At least not yet, and now Jaina has to give him another Astral Step if she wants to get away from this cat as well. Magic Missile. Oh, but Van is here already, and they do get a kill onto Cat. Very, very high damage output coming out from this trio of Signal Ultra Warriors. And meanwhile, you know, they're position 1, they're hard carry. He doesn't really care. He's just over there hitting the tier 2 tower and forcing out some rotations. And obviously, when you force more heroes down there, there's less heroes they can take a fight up against the rest of your team at the top lane. Abat just gonna casually run away. Oh no, he wants to turn around. He wants to get a few kills. No disarm available there. It finally does come out from that swashbuckle. Jaina, he wants to go. He wants to abuse that armlet, I think, and he wants to he just has to be very wary. He has to be very wary of that. The Remnant and the Dissimulate. There were bombs in the bottom lane. Oh, Eris dodges the arrow, but all the proximity mines, the red mines, he already has them met. Oh, that's it, just before it does explode. Ligaya being very mindful of the minefield that she has left herself in. Now, Eris gonna go back to the safety of his own side of the map, and meanwhile, top lane Cat might get taken down again. This is not what your position 5 should be doing this stage into the game. 10k lead for Signal Ultra Warriors. 12-22 is the scoring. Already very close to that Aghanim Scepter is on Chaos Knight. Meanwhile, Grims, another go onto a core position player from the side of BRE Esports. This might be a bad fight. Grims gets taken down. There's only one man here from Signal Ultra Warriors, and it's Van, and Van goes in. There's a nice down the rep, gets into the snowball. Zelia is going to go down, and that's a 2-for-1. Only Grims has to go down for the side of Signal Ultra Warriors, and meanwhile, Abat still going back to the bottom lane. He might have died earlier, but he's still back to his business in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Kung paano mo nga din kasi makita yung itemization niya, di ba? Yun yung factor na kailangan natin tingnan dito for Signal Ultra Warriors. Kasi alam niya eh. Nakita rin natin kung paano nga siya nag-dive doon, diba? Na-control siya, diba? Nayari siya na magic damage. So kapag magka-PKB to, I think sa totoo lang, kaya niya talagang pumalik sa kalaban. But minahuli sa mid, Van, delikado.
Yup. Speaking of BKBs, this guy really needs a BKB and not an Aghanim Scepter, but there's a nice mech healing him up. There's no Phantasm yet. There's a nice blast off. And the Fire Snap Cookie keeping him alive. Phantasm is a bit of a melee. Dude trying to get a kill on turn on everyone. The guy does drop down. Van staying alive through all of that. Pops the Phantasm in a very clutch mech there coming from Ares.
Ganda. Ang partida wala pa ata yung Cookie na nag-heal eh, no? Hindi pa level 15 kasi yung Snapfire natin, but overall.
The map is theirs actually. On the side of Sigil Ultra Warriors, the map is theirs. There's absolutely no space that this Sven can actually take. So this is what their Sven is doing up on the Signal Ultra Warriors jungle.
Uh-oh, bottom part of the map.
Meanwhile,
Pop ng wolf form.
Abbat is so greedy. He's so confident that he can get these kills, but the Moonlight Shadow does get committed. So he's gonna back off. Meanwhile, Desolator. May Desolator na dito si Jamesy.
Okay, not too bad. I mean, sige, papap mo yung wolf shapeshift mo, but well, eto tuloy. BRE Pro, alam nila na walang wolf form to. So kung mahanap nga nila, maybe easy kill, but Van nga lang. Pinap yung smoke net na niligaya. Kung gusto pa rin natin nilang gumawa. Kaso na-sandwich na sila.
Yep. Oh no, James is here too with that haste.
Aray ko, one hit!
Are you kidding me?
Ay! Ay.
On the face of the roof. And now, Abbat getting down on the Salya. But the illusions are there. Void Spirit trying to run away from this, but the haste is still on Jamesy. Jaina, the creeds get cleared by the Fire Snap Cookie, and Van gets a wicked six streak and a double kill to his name as they try to take down that tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, top jungle, Jill just trying to find the farm that she can, and Techies as well, just, you know, doing Techies things on the other side of the map, far away from the team.
Boy, kaya nga ba nilang migrate dito? Sa bagay, alam din kasi nila walang God Strength yung walang God Strength yung Sven eh. Yun para naman din yung majority ng damage nila. Although mabubuhay na rin naman yung Void Spirit na dapat. Seems like gusto na lang kumuna high ground. Sa bagay, magkakaroon na rin sila ng
one hit,
na
we're
bit.
gonna see it again. This is disgusting. One hit on the Vengeful Spirit. It's not even a hero at this point. But James and the rest of the gang are going to be pushing down the tracks before the 20-minute mark, and actually, no, they don't make it. But they are going to go down eventually.
Little deep.
He's a little bit deep, and the Phantasm might
Nice
be able to
dodge.
save his life again, but no! The still is in with the half immediately from one wall with punch. Meanwhile, Abbat and Grim still trying to run away. They don't have their greaves. They need their sustain. They can't keep fighting like this. Ares is still in the middle lane. Abbat has to run away, but another
Nice
swap
swaps.
in. He has to run. The Yules is there
Kailangan
controlling
na makontrol.
the wolf.
Ay, tumama sa creep!
It's fast enough. Oh, yes, it got disabled by the creep. The Aetherem was there. Ares is already here. That Greaves about to come up cooldown anytime soon. There's a disarm on the Abbat.
Ayan na. Oh, sige.
But the
Stop.
wolf is there. Another wolf. It's blue this time. But it's
Boom.
Grims.
Si Grims.
This looks like a meme, but Grimm's gonna be walking it down. They still want to get this range racks for some reason. They don't want to disengage. They just want to keep staying here.
Ang cute tingnan, sorry. Never ko pa kasi nakita yung shapeshift dun sa Snapper. Nakita ko sa mga core. Siyempre, heavy hitting yung mga ganun, pero
what a support.
Yeah, I mean, it's not everyday na nakita mo kayo isang wolf, na dumudura nga ng
Speaking of the Snapper,
Scatter
wolf, it
blast.
does go down eventually. And that's a little bit of a weird interaction, Nathan. I mean, like, Snapper has a mount. Snapper has Mortimer. So who turns into a wolf? Do they both turn into one wolf?
I don't know, man.
The mechanics of this
Itong game so far medyo crazy. May Techies, may Aghanim Chaos Knight, Aghanims on the Lycan. Oh no!
He gets scammed. He thinks there's only one mine, but no! There's an entire field! And this is what's weird with playing against the Techies. It's like you're not playing Dota. Parang naglalaro ka ng Minesweeper eh. Diba? Laro na nga nila.
Ito na, top lane.
But now Van, top lane na stop! Wrong range! But these illusions about to get finished off because of the cleave. The Rolling Thunder is there as well, but Jamesy and the rest of the gang are here. Following it up, Jill about to go down. The bleed.
Ajin yung damage!
Oh, no!
What a crit!
Jamesy and a batter here, but I wonder what it looks like when this wolf is in the wall of this punch, but it does wear off. but there's already a team wipe for the side of BRE Pro. Okay, Van does go down, but you still secured a 5-for-1 trade.
I think yung nasa isip na ata dito ng Signal Ultra Warriors, most likely, kung di man yung mga tier 2 towers, Roshan na. No, kasi, I mean, nakakuha na naman kayo ng half racks sa may bottom, so at least good na rin na yun.
Grims, this is where he went down last time. Either Remnant into Arrow, pretty good combo, secures him that pick off. But Jamesy looking for more. There's a snowball. He's inside the base. Gets a run-in,
Minus.
Imp Claw, Desolator, Medallion, Walrus Punch, and that's a gone Ligaya.
Tapos nakita ko rin yung binubuo niya, man. Gusto niya mag-Echo Saber. Kung ito nakapag-level 25, may 12% chance na Walrus Punch. Yung mismong right-click lang yan.
Yeah, and
so,
he's getting...
Echo Saber, may chance. May chance
he's
na
getting
double.
levels pretty fast din, no? Level 19 na siya, 22 minutes into the game. So, level 25, not that far off din, no, Nate?
Yeah, nakakapatay din kasi talaga. Yung ganda ng mga rotations. And syempre, kontrolado mo pa yung mapa. Kaso Cat and Jill, top lane. Okay. Spotted by the Wave of Terror, but at least for Signal Ultra Warriors namin. Chill na nga lang din muna sila.
Oh, there's a dagger. There is a dagger. They could choose to do something really sneaky. Wolf Bite on the toss the dagger in, and then a Walrus Punch.
Kaso, nandun sila sa may bandang top, ha? This is not a smoke rotation. Kitang-kita na kalaban to. So, I think etong dalawa pa lang, si Abba at si Jamesy, pwede na magwala. And let's go!
There we go. There's the Wolf duo, along with a little bit of pets coming in here. Jamesy.
Oh, no.
He breaks in the wall!
Oh, no!
There's a massive crit, and Jill actually
yun lang.
away from this attempt fight back. The Moonlight Shadow has been popped.
That's another detection.
Disgusting.
That's a creep. Okay.
Oh, the courier. Jill's courier goes down, but it's just a belt of strength.
Grabe, the hunting.
I'm so disgusted. But really, the Imp Claw as well working out for the Tusk. Really, really lucky neutral item there for him.
Oo nga, nakakrit pa eh, no? So, crit na nga yung tira mo, dagdagan mo pa naka-Walrus Punch pa yun. Pambira nga ba talaga itong buhay na to? Although, well, hindi pa niya itutuloy yung yung Echo Saber niya. Sabi niya, sige, na lang, Solar Crest para talagang mas grabe, mas sulit yung minus armor and
tag
team pa. Ay.
Grabe to. And there's a Snapfire illusion too to join the mix, but Roshan, this is one of the quickest Roshans we've seen the National Center. Are they leaving behind?
No.
They did not agree on who was gonna take it. I was nagulat ako dun bigla. Pero actually, Ethan Remnant. What the hitbox on that? And actually, Eris might go down.
Nakuha pa yung bounty.
Yep, the bounty did get snatched away there by Eris. Jill and Hazelia are actually in this bottom lane as well. Grims, sneaky outpost control.
Paparandram sa'yo.
Just so she can get away, or just so he can get away faster. But Van, just farming under the enemy tier 2 doesn't really matter at this point. Very nice pickup on the Void Spirit here. So Jaina does have the Aghanim.
Top lane, nag-high ground na, Minus 1 na naman.
Oh no.
Habol ba sila dito? May swap? Okay, there we go.
Oh, the wolf. What? That disarm didn't even feel like a disarm at that point. Now he's just hitting the Mortimer kisses. Do come out. He's gonna go inside.
No way. Minus 1. There we go.
Right back as she's bought the Ags. And now the rest of the illusions.
Meanwhile,
onto this tier 3 in the top lane, and the Racks are gonna follow up shortly after 26 minutes in. Yeah, fun, hoo-hoo-hoo, and fun is what they're having on the side of Signal Ultra Warriors as they go for more than double the kills that BRE Pro has on their side. And this is just an amazing display of confidence from Signal Ultra Warriors, really.
But nga lang, a bit too overconfident.
Arrow actually does connect on him, and he does drop down in the very end, but the rest of his team does so much damage anyway. It doesn't matter. Van just casually hitting on the tier 3s now. I mean, like, whenever somebody goes out of fountain, and another arrow connection, actually. They're pretty on point for this. Jamesy, he's not getting the one hit this time on Ligaya, but... Oh my god. Jill. Ligaya though.
Ligaya mahuli din.
So, but this is what this is the thought that got caught off earlier, was like anytime they see someone who walks outside of the fountain, he's dead. Anyone they see someone who walks outside of the base because they're stackies, he's dead, or she's dead rather.
Ito lang din gusto kong i-point out din, diba? 4v5 yung nagiging, well, kung siguro hindi mo i-count yung mga wolf and yung mga illusions, 4v5 technically yung laban natin na nangyari dito sa high ground. Meanwhile kasi yung techies pala, nag-chill lang, diba? Ang petiks lang, lagi lang ang mga bomba-bomba dito. Pag sakaling gusto mo nang dumami, syempre, yun na naman.
He doesn't care at this point. Every time he sees Cat,
May
he's
Aegis
just
pa to,
like, oh look, one hit. Yeah, he does still have the Aegis. The Eddie Remnant is there. Gonna keep controlling him. The
Paano ko tuloy
Vegetation
lalabas?
is there, still providing
Naiiwan
damage.
na lang nila.
Although it's not dying. Jamesy gives up the Aegis, just going to regen him back to full as he responds. But yeah, every time that Vengeful Spirit respawns and shows, Cat is as good as dead.
As good as that. Parang understatement na ka din yun eh. Namamall yung Carcass kasi yung mga wolf dito pero nag-open up si Grim. Sana papasok na naman. Jane na namatay ka agad. Di pa sila tapos.
Oh no! He's a side base. But he can run away, no problem. James is alright with that. He's a fast boy. He's a fast boy.
Grabe to.
Just going back. Oh, game is hard from Jaina. That it really is.
Totoo nga ba
But only
naman?
for you
Totoo nga
guys,
ba
the
naman?
Signal
Eto na naman.
Warriors are having a
One hit
fun
na naman.
time as they're cracking down this Radiant base and BRE Pro. The AC. Oh my
the
god.
lag.
That,
Bigla nag-ulti kasi itong syempre Chaos Knight, ang daming lumitaw din kaagad ng mga illusion. Pero grabe, tingnan mo pa naman din, no? Parang may sariling army na itong si Chaos Knight eh.
yep.
Where's the talent, man?
Oh, yeah, he's good now. His belly is rolling around, looking at
Okay.
havoc possible. But now, the swap in, but it doesn't
na.
matter.
Too late.
She doesn't die. The base drops down, the Ancient explodes, and BRE Pro will not get their first win today. Signal Ultra Warriors with a very dominant showing there for game number 2.